Hello guys, this is Octavious from North American Archery. Thank you so much for tuning into our channel. Today I want to talk to you about what I learned about hunting out of state in Pennsylvania. I didn't want to do this video at first because I was hoping to get something, but I thought I need to do this video to document what we need to do when we hunt out of state, because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So I got 6 things that I wrote in my journal that tell me what I should do moving forward every time I hunt out of state. And so this video is for educational purposes for me and for you. If you're looking to hunt out of state one time in your life, or you're currently doing it, and maybe these are reminders for you, but we have to document things that we learn from. Write them down, do a video, do some dictation in your phone, whatever, because it was a lackluster trip because I had the wrong expectations and the wrong plan. Number 1, understand the expectations of those you hunt with. We have to understand the expectations of the people you're going on the hunting trip with. The people I hunted with, they were okay with just going archery hunting and learning how to do that. I thought they had a little bit more experience. They did not. They were more set up for rifle hunting. Okay, and so I had to literally scout for 2 days to get spots that were in close proximity with the deer, 15-20 yards max, hopefully 5 to 7 yards. So it really took a lot of time and a lot of miles and miles and miles of scouting the big woods in order to find the place that I would like to find that's more accommodating for a traditional bow hunter. I hunted by streams, I hunted the big woods, I hunted swamps, I hunted all kinds of different areas, but the sign was very minimal because we covered so much ground, and it just wasn't set up right, and I didn't plan it right. Being the more seasoned person in the group, I just rushed out there to see friends. So I've learned that if I have an expectation, I have to help set the expectation moving forward on any hunting trip that I go on, especially when I'm the more seasoned hunter in the group. Number 2, pre-scout the area late summer or early fall. You can only hunt archery in PA in October. I can go out September though and do some scouting and do some reconnaissance and pick out some spots where there's a lot of trails intersecting and historical rubs, historical scrapes, historical beds, maybe spook some deer. If I spook a couple big bucks, that's a good sign, and move forward and be able to set up on that sign, and again, early October. Number 3, ask permission to hunt private land adjacent to the public ground. There were so many opportunities for me to hunt deer at times, but then when I would look at the land, it was posted. I'm like, well guys, this is where all the deer are coming from, because they're not pressured in the private, so we need to probably go and ask permission. But if you're only hunting 3.5 days, you don't have the time for that. So I wanted to make this trip happen. I did, even though it was a short time span that I had to be able to hunt PA, but it was just, I needed more ground that was not as pressured, and usually the edges when we hiked back into the ground weren't as pressured because people didn't go back there, squirrel hunting, rabbit hunting, and etc. And so pheasant hunting, all those things are going on public ground as well, and you're like, okay, well they're way back here, they're way over here, and there's public ground, but then there's private. If we can go around and go to the private, we're probably going to be able to get into a lot of big deer, mature deer, and that's just not something that we did because we didn't have the time. Number 4, speak to locals about the deer they have seen. You have to speak to the locals about the deer they've seen because they know everything more than you. A lot of the older guys, a lot of people that don't hunt that much, the farmers say, oh, I saw a big deer here, I saw this there. Oh, I got a trail cam picture. I literally ran into somebody that had trail cam pictures that was a friend of Mike's, and one of the guys I hunted with, and he showed us pictures, and we hunted that, And that's the most action that we had the whole time. We didn't see any deer, but we saw a lot of fresh sign. If we would have hunted that for 3 days, we probably will have 2 deer in the freezer right now. But we did not know that until towards the end of the trip, because we failed to ask some of the local hunters or people that are dabbling in hunting with trail cameras and all kinds of things in those woods. We should already have those conversations. So that really is something that you should do, is have relationships that you build in the state that you're hunting. That way they can give you some reconnaissance over the phone. You can call them, hey, how's your trail camera picture doing? You can see any big deal on your trail cameras, whatever it is. And because it's a community of hunters when it comes to hunting with traditional equipment. Number 5, hunt through the week, not the weekend. That's the biggest thing about hunting through the weekend. I hunted 2 days in the weekend, and literally that Friday evening and that Saturday, whole day Saturday, we had squirrel hunters, we had pheasant hunters, we had people just walking in the woods with their wives and their husbands and their kids. There's so many different things going on. Those deer had so much pressure, and we were back 30 to 45 minutes from the road. People were still hiking back in the woods. So that was a learning experience for me, that Monday through Thursday on an out-of-state hunt is the best time to hunt, because most people are at work. And if they get off work, they're not really going to go out there with a bow and arrow most of the time. Gun season, yes, but not with a bow and arrow. That's something I learned. Number 6, it is much more challenging hunting public ground than it is private. The last time I hunted with a bow and arrow, public ground, would have been 20 years ago. But I want to get back into it because it's more of a challenge. I'm trying to challenge myself. But I've always had permission on private property, and recently I've bought a few properties as I got older and got more resources to do so. Like we all do, we invest in the things that we're passionate about. I haven't had really to hunt public. So when I go out there, things have changed. More people are hunting with bows and arrows than they did 20 years ago. I used to have the pick of the litter at some of these places. Now, on the weekend, you also got bow hunters. I had, 8 to 10 trucks in the spot we're hunting. And we were walking through the woods seeing if we're going to get a flashlight in our eye saying we're already in this spot. The point is, guys, is the Pennsylvania trip was awesome. Overall, it was a learning experience. It was an adventure. I got to see some beautiful country that God's created. But it did not produce the results I wanted with meat in the freezer because of the poor planning on my behalf. So I just wanted to do a video sharing some of the things that I learned. Put in the comments the things that you learned over the years, hunting new ground or scouting new ground or going out of state on a hunt. And if you have any questions, please ask them. I have a lot more content coming out. I've been hunting pretty hard, and that's why I haven't been doing the videos like I normally would like to do. But I want to make sure that I get as much hunting before it gets cold here in the Midwest. And I got a couple more weeks to do that. I'm looking forward to putting more deer on the ground. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your likes and subscriptions. Continue to turn on your post notifications. And I want you to remember this: you don't have to get ready when you stay ready. All right, guys, we see you later.